Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckatini, and what I got for you today is, man, I'm gonna break down here Shelton Lewis. Now, Shelton Lewis was a corner from Clemson. He's still a corner, but he's transferring to us from Clemson. And I put why Arkansas stole Shelton Lewis because I think we really did. I think we've really stumbled across a guy that wasn't getting used correctly at Clemson. The more I broke him down, and I think if we put him back in a better position for him, I think he could be a heck of a player for us. So bear with me here. Now he's 5'11", 185 pounds. That's super good height and weight. I'll talk about that in a minute. And his 40 time of 4.46. And actually, as I did a little bit more research on that, I saw on Draft Scout they had him at like a 4.43. So really good 40 time. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I put here they had him, and they did. Clemson played him at a slot corner. I'm talking right down here, if you see that, a slot corner and special teams. Play on their kickoff team and their punt team. And I think that's out of position. He's not a slot corner. As a freshman, he graded out very well, you'll see. But then in his sophomore year, they moved him to slot corner, and really his production went down. He did not play nearly as good, and his grades went down. He had a really good true freshman season, or maybe it was a redshirt freshman. I'm not sure when he had his redshirt year. But that first year he was at Clemson, he played. He was really good. Next 2 years, he really struggled because I think they just put him in the slot. And I think he was way out of position. He did not play nearly as well there as he did as a true freshman. I went back and watched film of him as a true freshman. That's what I'm going to show you a clip of today. But and you see there, he graded out a 60 overall defensive grade, being in a slot corner, and then a 73 tackle grade. So you see he is physical, and he'll tackle. He has good size. I mean, I really like that. His size and speed. You got to sign him if you can. If you don't break the bank, if you can afford him, I mean, definitely just because of that. And is he SEC ready? I think he is. Playing at Clemson, man, they got good football out there too. That's where Miami comes out of. They were in the national championship game. So hey, he can play SEC ball. So let's check him out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, now his player profile, like I said, he is a corner. He's 5'11", 185, transferring to us from Clemson. He's from Stockbridge High School there in Stockbridge, Georgia. He is a redshirt junior. He's 20 years old, and he's been wearing jersey number 2 this past season at Clemson, but he did wear number 14 back as a true freshman. So, and that's what took me a while to find him there, watching those game films, as I was looking at number 2, but he was actually wearing 14. So I did a lot of research on him here this morning, trying to find, why he graded out, did so well as a true freshman, then really has fallen off since then. Now, here's his NFL prototype comparison. NFL corner prototype is 5'11", 193, and they run about a 4.47 40. Well, Shelton here, he's 5'11", 185, and runs a 4.43 40. And I saw that on Draft Scout. I ran into that later after I'd made my title slide there. I do that first, and then while I'm working on that, I kind of work my way down here. And so I learned some things later as I'm researching. But anyway, he's faster than the NFL prototype 40 time. He's right at the same size. I mean, this guy has all the tools you could want. And that's why I was looking at it. I said, why did he struggle so bad coverage here at Clemson this past season? Clemson's really fallen off. They're not the Clemson of old. Hopefully O'Dabo will get them going again. But back in 2023, his freshman season, Shelton, they were pretty good. They had a pretty good record. But boy, I don't know if they got bad coaching or what. But Shelton really came down off of his high as a freshman season, and he still looks to be fast and big. But I think they just got him out of position. All right, let's keep going here. Now, his recruiting rankings. As a transfer, he ranked 86. That's an 86 rating, very good. And this is 247 Sports. He was a 65th best corner in the portal, 641st overall. Coming out of high school, he had an 89 rating. So very good rating coming out of high school. So you see he's got a very high pedigree. 47th best corner coming out of high school. That's really high too. And he was the 41st best player out of Georgia coming out, as a freshman, as a high school senior. So you see, man, he's got really high pedigree, and he played really well as a freshman. But something happened there. I think they moved him inside. Maybe they got some other guys in there, and they just thought he wasn't good enough to play on that side, so they moved him in. I don't know, but whatever. They made a bad decision. And I hope Arkansas does not do the same thing. They need to move him back outside and let him play out there. He seems to play a lot better at that outside corner. His PFF grades, like I say, they were down this year and last year too. His overall defense grade was a 60. Run defense was 64, which is pretty good versus the run. 73 tackle grade. 54 coverage, which is really low, but like I say here, he had a 79 coverage grade as a freshman at an outside corner. He played like 185 snaps at outside corner, and then the next year they move him inside. He plays about 135, and his grade is way down. It's in the 50s. And then this past season, 2025, they kept him out there, and his grade was bad again. So they had him as well, I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, key takeaways here from his grades is that he's a physical defender with a strong tackling ability. I even saw a few times they put him at free safety, just a couple. He kind of rotated back as a free safety, so he could help there too. He's much better as an outside corner though during his freshman season. When you look at grades between being at a corner, being as a slot, the number of plays are about the same, and he performed much better as an outside corner. All right, now, why he only played 3 games? He only played 3 games this past season at Clemson, and I think because he was playing out of position as a slot corner, so he didn't play as well. And I looked at their overall team defense, and they graded out as the 5th best corner on the team. So they had some heavy competition there at Clemson too. Maybe they thought these other guys were better than him, but how do you fall off like that? I don't know. To me, they just had him out of position. He was used primarily on special teams. I think he played 4 games, maybe in special teams, but on 3 on defense. And it mostly on kickoff team, punt team. And I think the transfer portal for opportunity. He played quite a bit number of snaps, but I think he's out of position. He's NFL prototype corner, and you got him playing slot corner only. If I was him, I'd transfer too. I think that's what the portal's for. If you're not getting to play, go somewhere else, because he's got all the tools. But you got to get some experience, get some playing time, and be in the right position. And because he's not, clearly, unless your head is somewhere it shouldn't be as a coach, you should be able to see that and put your players in correct position, because clearly that's not the best position for him. And if they're not doing that as a player, I think you do have to transfer. So I think Shelton has done a good job transferring here for the right reasons. Now, his strengths, he grades out much better as an outside corner. Like I said already, he's a strong tackler, physical run support. He should be able to come up and tackle and run a game. Good short area quickness. I watched some film of him playing as a freshman outside corner and playing some zone. It looked like cover 2, and he showed real good quickness there. He has experience against Power 5 competition, really 3 years of experience versus Power 5 competition, which is really good. You love that experience, and he's also a special teams contributor, so he'll definitely help us out there as well. And we forget about special teams. Special teams, man, is 1/3 of that game, and I always say, if Indiana, I think if they did not block that punt versus Miami, they were going to get beat, and Miami's going to win that national title. Being able to block that punt, and that scored them another touchdown, and gave them just barely enough cushion to pull that game out. But anyway, special teams are huge as well. Now, his projection, I hope they move him back to outside corner, and that's where he competes. He'll give us depth in the secondary for sure. He's proven that he can play well at this Power 5 level. He's special teams contributor for sure. He's a potential starting corner if his coverage improves like he did his freshman season. If he can get back to a 79 coverage grade, holy moly, boy, that would help us out a lot. And, boy, he'd be really good, and our defense would be really good. So, really excited about that. I hope he can get back to that. The conclusion here of my video, and then I'm going to show you a clip. And what does Shelton Lewis bring? He brings us Power 5 experience. He brings us speed. He brings us a physical corner. So he's big, strong. He's NFL prototype, guys. I mean, he's as big as what an NFL corner should be and faster. So, I mean, he brings us everything you want. Coach him up. Put him in the right position. You know, the whole thing with coaching, if you got a player that's struggling, you got to move them, get them out of there. You know, it's like Coach Cal. Well, I love Coach Cal. He gets it. Coach Calipari gets it. You know, and he said he talked to Malik Ewan. I know you may watch this later, but Arkansas just beat Missouri at Missouri in basketball. Malik Ewan, I think, had maybe his career best in scoring, or at least at Arkansas. And Calipari talked to him the night before and said, hey, man, I still believe in you. I haven't given up on you. I know you can do it. You can do this, you know. And then Malik comes out the next day and has a best game ever just about. I mean, because Calipari saw that he just wasn't getting it done. And I'm not saying the coach has never done that with Shelton Lewis, but maybe they haven't. It's your job to put them in the best position, all of your players, and give them a chance to succeed. And I think he could become an important Razorback defensive piece for sure. I mean, you put him at that outside corner, I think he'll really get back to maybe that's kind of home, and he'll get back to playing good again. And the new scenery, you know, being new place will help. And I think it's great. It's a win-win situation for Shelton and for Arkansas. All right, now let's go over here, and I'm going to show you this clip. Right here is it. Now, I'll just leave it this size. Here's Shelton Lewis. He's right down here at the bottom. He's a right corner, and this, I believe, he's a true freshman here. Now he may be a redshirt freshman. I'm not sure, but see, the Clemson's way up. They're up 35-7. That's what I'm saying. Clemson here is what is that? That's 5-4, something like that. But they're up big here. And it's 4th and 9. It's fourth quarter. And so you're thinking, you know, I'm thinking they're going to throw it deep. But what Shelton does a really good job here. And guess what? He gets a pick 6 right here. I love this. We didn't see this much in Arkansas this past season. But this is him. And the receiver runs a pretty short route. He runs underneath it. And I'm pretty sure they're in the zone. Maybe a cover 2. Maybe he was setting short. Looks like cover 2 here. But anyway, so he does a good job. He sets it, and boy, he jumps it. And this is Hayes King. Now, Hayes King was highly regarded. Y'all can tell me where he ended up signing, and was one of the top transfer portal quarterbacks this past season. Can't remember where he went to, though. It seemed like Miami was in the running for him, but Miami got Carson Beck, so I can't remember where he went to. But y'all might could look that up and tell me. I could look it up too, but you guys probably know. But anyway, Shelton does a real good job of setting it and jumping it and pick 6. So here we go. Let's check it out. Here's Shelton. He's back penning a little bit, 4th and 9. He plants, and then boom, he jumps it right there. Take it to the house, showing that speed. Look, Hayes, there ain't no way you're going to catch him, Hayes. You know, touchdown right there. I mean, that's him right there. You see him, good size, 5'11", 183, 4'3", 440. Man, this guy can go. When he caught it down that sideline, ain't nobody going to catch him. I don't think anybody in that stadium could have caught him. He can go. He can run. And, you know, that shows that, I mean, I saw him getting burned a few times in its slot corner. I'm thinking, man, I can't show these plays this past season. But see there, man, he played so much better as I looked at a few of his freshman games. And even in this game here, he played so much better. So I think Clemson had him out of position big time. So I'd love to see Arkansas move him back to the outside corner and let him play. I mean, he's got all the tools right there. He's got it. He's NFL corner. So let's put him where he can play best, and let's let him go play. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. But anyway, too many coaches and too many people don't do that. But anyway, that's about all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see what kind of good player we're getting here, man. Arkansas, great job getting Shelton Lewis. You know, when we first looked at grades, I'm thinking, oh, man, he don't look too good. But then as I saw his freshman grades, I'm like, man, what's going on here? And so I looked it up and saw that I think we got a good one here. He's shown that he can produce. Just got to give him the right spot. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, I'd love to have you back. And then click that notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post new videos. Right now I'm working on all of the transfer portal guys, trying to break them down so you can see spring football's right around the corner. I'm getting excited. I want to see these guys. Not that we'll be able to see them during spring, but I don't think. But I think Silverfield is going to have a spring game. But anyway, maybe we'll get to see them. But I like to see video of them. But YouTube don't like me show a whole lot like this. I get in trouble if I do. But anyway, I'd like to show you one play at least to see what he can do. And just I hope you learn a little bit about him, learn that he's pretty daggone good. I'm excited, and just thank you so much for spending time with me and for watching it. And I hope you have a great day today or a great evening whenever you watch this. Have a great day, and as always, go Hogs.